Alrighty then. So this author does not have an author's page. I'm going to actually copy how the name is spelled. Because I assume it's pronounced liter, but it's spelled like this. They don't have an author's page, as I said. But yeah, I assume that's like supposed to be like two E's and then a TR. Like, so I'm assuming it's like a different way to say liter, like a liter of water. Or maybe even like leet and then r for some reason. But yeah, they wrote almost 8. What? What do you mean with almost 8? Like almost 8 a.m. p.m. What do you mean, liter? What is your secret? Up to class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-2441 is to be kept in a standard safe containment locker at site. SCP-2441 is to be kept within a standard safe containment locker, whose combination is to be changed every 2 days by Dr. Chitlow. Access to SCP-2441 is prohibited except with the express permission of Dr. Chitlow. Any personnel subjected to SCP-2441's anomalous effect are to be administered Class C amnestics if progression has not advanced to Stage 2. Instances of Dash 1 are to be terminated. Description: SCP-2441 is an analog wall clock of standard make and model whose hands appear to be stopped at 8 o'clock. Oh, but almost 8. However, microscopic analysis of the hands show the minute and second hand to be constantly approaching the 12. The minute and second hand, so it's like almost there. And the hour hand approaching the 8. Each clock hand moves at a rate of 1/2 the distance remaining to an 8 o'clock reading per hour. Anomalous properties manifest when a live human attempts to read SCP-2441's face with the intention of knowing the current time. The affected individual will undergo an instantaneous mental restructuring pertaining to the ability to perceive time. Specifically, the grouping of minutes into hours will become a completely alien concept. What do you mean 60 minutes equals 1 hour? What? The amount of people that that always thought for the longest time that 100 minutes equals 1 hour was. I remember when that was the biggest scandal online. What do you mean? You think 100 minutes equals 1 hour? It's 60 minutes. You're like, what? No. What? Wait, what the fuck is a minute? Oh, imagine. You're like, oh, I think it's 7 hours. I think it's 7 hours 59 minutes right now. Yeah. It's almost at the 8 hour clock. So, okay. So it's 1 minute off. What's a minute? You just said minute before. I did? I don't recall. No other thought processes appear to be directly affected, and no physical changes have been observed in the brains of affected subjects. Research is ongoing. The progression of SCP-2441's anomalous effect occurs in 3 stages. Man, it's been a long day. I'm exhausted. What's the... What time is it? It's... Oh no, I cannot read the clock no more. Stage 1. Subject will begin to denote the passage of time solely by counting the number of minutes passed after first affected by SCP-2441 with flawless accuracy. When questioned on topic, all subjects anonymously argue this method to be easier and more precise. So wait, subject will begin to denote the passage of time solely by counting the number of minutes passed after first affected. So they will look at the thing, and if then 30 minutes pass, they will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 minutes passed. And they're like, 30 minutes passed to what? 30 minutes passed. The stage 2, anywhere from 20 to 30 hours following initial exposure, affected individuals begin to display limited probability altering capabilities and are reclassified as an instance of Dash 1. Any undesirable event from the perspective of Dash 1 that can be anticipated is subject to postponement postponement, random occurrences in the vicinity of the future event that cause its occurrence to be set back by a variable length of time. At this stage, subjects do not appear to initiate or influence these events consciously. From this point onward, the relative length of each postponement event increases gradually until stage 3. The French had actually tried to create a metric time system after the revolution, but it didn't catch on like the rest of the metric system. Metric time system. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, fuck that. don't make time also like be counted differently. That we already have enough to think about. Stage 3, approximately 42 hours after initial exposure, instance of -1 gain limited reality bending capabilities. When confronted with an undesirable task or occurrence, instance of -1 alter reality to postpone it. So they're the biggest procrastinators in the world now. Hey, in 5 minutes you have to go and meet your new boss. Okay, it's like you have to sit down with him, tell him what you have achieved, and yeah, just show a good side of yourself. I don't really want that. Okay, in 5 hours you have to meet your new boss. 10 to 12 hours after the development of reality bending capabilities, this instance of -1 ought to be repeatedly postpone events for an indefinite amount of time. Okay, in 5 months you have to meet the new boss. Test logs. How thick is the test? It's decent. Test log 1. Subject D1852, supervising researcher Dr. Chitlow. Procedure D1852 is fitted with a shock collar set to deliver a non-lethal electrical shock once every 30 minutes. Time since initial exposure 24 hours. Results D1852 was administered 2 shocks over the course of 1 hour. The collar failed to deliver the 3rd shock at the appropriate time. 15 seconds after replacement, the collar briefly activated twice due to circuitry malfunction. Interesting. Test log 2. D1852 still Chitlow. Procedure prior to the test. D1852 is told that the upcoming test is meeting with Foundation superiors to discuss release from custody with an indeterminate period of probation. D1852 is fitted with a new shock collar set to deliver a shock every 20 seconds. That time since initial exposure 33 hours. After 1 shock, the collar ceased functioning. I get it, like as in like the ability to control reality. So like that reason why it didn't work in the first test was because the D class was trying to manipulate it in such a way that would stop shocking him, but he couldn't fully control it yet, so it shocked him twice. The collar ceased functioning while transporting a replacement collar from storage to the testing chamber. Junior researcher tripped and fell on top of it, rendering the collar inoperable. D1852 terminated shortly afterwards via gunshot. Okay, he was basically controlling the fact that the shock. He was postponing how the shock collar worked. He broke it and then postponed the fact he gets a new shock collar attached to himself by making the researcher trip and fall in with reality bending magic. POV, a guy going through 2441. Hey, wanna get a cup of you may not kiss the dad someday. Okay, I see you. But the thing is, I'm not sure if you can, because from your side it looks like he's speeding up time, right? Is that possible? Because so far we only got hints that he postpones everything that's with time. So like, it would be more like, you want a cup of coffee, and then it's like, then it cuts there, and then like 5 hours later you ask again, you want a cup of coffee? You haven't had one yet, and you're like, shit. This girl knows me less than I know her. Yeah, it's postponing things, exactly. Technically, if you think about relationships, this guy could postpone a breakup. They could postpone a breakup. They could just make the other person not want to break up with them for an indefinite amount of time. And and that person's just stuck. So that would be, ugh. Like if you have an obsessive partner and you want you want to leave them, and they just like postpone your breakup as much as possible. Test log 3, D5524, D1242. Prior to exposure, D5524 is given a slow-acting toxin in the morning meal designed to induce the development of brain aneurysms over the course of 72 hours. Testing chamber is equipped with a standard folding chair. D5524 is instructed to sit and they comply. D1242 is given a pistol loaded with rubber bullets, and both are told that it is loaded with standard rounds. D1242 is instructed to point the gun at D5524. Time since initial exposure 70 hours. Nope, by this point, D5524 appears to have a near complete understanding of the abilities imparted by exposure to SCP-2441. Results, see audio log. Okay, here we have an audio log. Audio log 1, begin log. D1242 points the gun towards D5524's head. I wouldn't do that. Shut up! Go ahead, pal. Try. You know what? I fucking love to, man. They said if you try to move out of the chair, I get to blow your head off. Really? So if I move, you shoot me in the head? Yep, so you better okay. I don't know why, but I imagine the... Have you guys seen, like, the Cinderella movie, the third one? It's understandable if you haven't. But it's like that one scene where the prince is like, wants to find Cinderella, and the father's like, I forbid you to take any steps down these stairs! And he just goes like, okay. He just jumps out the window. That's the okay I imagine D5524 doing here, like, okay. D5524 stands up and D1242 cries out and drops the gun. D1242 cradles the right hand in the left. No post-mortem examination revealed a torn ligament in the right index finger of D1242. My fucking hand! Looks like you pulled something there, champ. What the fuck did you do? I didn't do anything. You just have to stretch more before using those fingers, bud. What the fuck did you do, man? You're breathing. What? You're breathing. It's aggravating. The fuck are you on about, man? Stop it. Stop what? D1242 clutches their throat, apparently unable to breathe. D5524 faces the camera. This is quite a facility you got here, folks. To my understanding, you built it to hold oddities like me. Well, me now in check. D1242 collapses. I'm not sure how powerful this shit kept in here is, but I guess that is strong enough to warrant needing a pretty good power source. D5524 glances at the floor of the testing chamber and looks back at the camera. Something nuclear, maybe? Anyway, come to think of it, it's kinda chilly in here. Would be great if you guys turn up the temperature. Actually, you know what would be awesome? If the cooling system were just turned off. All of them. I don't think that the next reactor coolant cycle is really necessary. D5524 pauses, then their knees buckle. Post-mortem examination confirms the cause of death to be the rupturing of one of 5 developing brain aneurysms. He was trying to act so like cool. He's like, how about we just turn? How about I just flip this whole side upside? Imagine just pointing a gun at someone who's a reality bender. Put your hands up, turn your anus into a ball of Vaseline. Did D1242 like even know? Like, I don't think he knew that he became a reality bender, right? But yeah, like I agree. I would not point a gun at a reality bender. That would be definitely suicidal. Further testing on the long-term progression of SCP-2441's effect is held indefinitely. Dr. Oh yeah, better be careful before you create some maniac. Retrieval log 2441. Reports of localized temporal oddities were received from a small neighborhood in Germany. After capturing numerous instances of -1, Foundation intelligence ascertained the family to be shared acquaintance with them all, and initiated standard procedure for containment of an inadvertent reality bender. Prior to retrieval, Foundation intelligence initiated contact via email with Mrs. On the gas of a fictitious financial aid service, a visit from a representative was arranged for the manufactured purpose of conducting a house survey. On agent posed as the representative and entered the household. All occupants were administered tranquilizer and retrieved. During retrieval, agent was affected by SB2441 and was interviewed shortly before being given Class C amnestics. The best moment to attack a supervillain is when they are doing their speech. What every anime protagonist doesn't do, except Eren. Actually, a lot more modern anime protagonists have started to do that. They're like, it's like, why would I let you? Why would I let you power up? Do you think I'm an idiot? Interview log 1. Interviewed agent. Interviewer, Dr. Chitlow. Begin log. Okay. Know that. Wait. Wait until I turn on the recording device, please. My bad. Oh, my bad. Assaulted. Alright. Go ahead. So I didn't know what it was, first off. The briefing told me to handle this like one of them was an unconscious reality bender. Keep it light, be friendly all around. You know. Don't give them a reason to want to will you off of this plane of existence. I walked up to the house, rang the doorbell, and Miss answered the door. She let me in, and we made small talk in the foyer. While she was showing me around, I looked up at the skip, and something in my head shifted. I can't put it into words exactly. It was like there was a big cube or something in my mind, and someone rotated it 90 degrees. Most afflicted subjects don't seem to notice the change unless it is pointed out. Were you aware of the mental restructuring as soon as it occurred? I was, but I think I get how you could miss it. It felt so seamless. Like I had been thinking that way my entire life. Every memory I had of someone referring to a 60-minute length of time still seems fake. I'd be willing to bet that the only reason I noticed it was because I was briefed on the effect. That would be all. Proceed to the room at the door to be administered amnest. Oh, he does not like the amnestics part. End log. SB2441 was retrieved from the household of the family at the time, consisting of an infant, an 80-year-old, a wife, and an absent husband. Upon retrieval, Mrs. was found to be contaminated by SB2441, which was hanging above the dining room table. A post-it note was found on the back reading, "Be home by 8 by ass. I set the curfew in this household, not you." Miss identified it as her husband's handwriting. According to Mr. had not been in the household for 130,727 minutes, approximately 3 months. That's the equivalent of somebody like saying like, oh, how old is your child? Oh, my child is 67 weeks old. And you're like, why are you making me do math? Like, just say the year. Like, why? Let's hear him out before we beat the fuck out of him. I know that he's gonna destroy the city, but maybe he's got some good points. Yeah, you never know. I assume that Asian did not like the idea of getting amnesticized, and they're like, no. He postponed his own amnestic intake. That's why it cut off there. You know what? Here's a tweet for this one. I'll make a correct tweet about this SCP later. I'll postpone it. That's the tweet. I like the ending. Yeah. The ending is pretty nice. It's just like you can see even the Asians, like the Asian who is supposed to be on their side, like it's like, oh yeah, just go ahead, get yourself some amnestics, and he's like, yeah, about that. No amnestics for me, at least not for today. I'll think about it. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll take some amnestics. You know, You never know. Like right now, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling taking amnestics. Please, take amnestics. It's all we ask of you. You have done it a couple times already. Yeah, I have. I know. But you know, it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to be able to just, you know, a little bit of like magic. You understand? Get an exercise right now, otherwise we're gonna have some problems here. Oh, look at